Good evening, SBC. Good evening, SBCC. Good evening, BSL. And good evening to everyone else within the sound of my voice, north, south, east, and west. You're tuned in to the May 30th, 2023 edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. I am your host and van driving, Sunday school teacher, and head chef, Mr. Mike Walker. Glad to have each and every one of y'all with us here tonight. We hope that you had a great day, a blessed day, and if not, well, we pray that things improve as the evening progresses. Thank y'all so much for spending that hour with us, and a special thanks for last week's show. Uh, Tiffany, Chauncey, and Shell, they did an excellent job. I enjoyed the show. It was a great show. So now whether they be back again or not, I don't know. I had to think about that though. But they did an excellent job though. And I'm just glad to have y'all here. And we're gonna get with these salutations, okay? We're gonna see who's here. We got you. Lynn Brown from Brooklyn. Oh, so you come to the States on vacation. Okay, that's great. You in Brooklyn. Great to hear that. Doris Jones from Columbus, Mississippi. Salutations to you. Margaret from Pennsylvania. Always a pleasure to have you here. Marcus from Beham Metro. Great to have you here. Yes, and it's his birthday this past weekend. So happy birthday to you. Happy 40th birthday to you, sir. Uh, Monique from New Haven, Connecticut. Great to have you. Charlene from Florida. Always good to have you here, cuz. Always good to have you here, cuz. Nina, good evening to you. Great. Jenna. Oh, Jenna from the ATL. Fantastic to have you here, ma'am. Great. T from Florida. Good evening to you, my sister. Okay. Happy belated and welcome to the club. Stacy Austin. Good evening to you. Good evening. Erica Young. Checking in from Baltimore. Glad to have you here. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Uh, Sis Bell, because I don't want to mess up your name. Good to have you here. Brother Valters from Columbia, South Carolina. Great to have you here, sir. Pastor. Tiffany Murphy. Good evening to you as well. Like I said, thank you for the great job you did last week. Okay, and Sherry from New Jersey. Glad to have you here, Sherry. Always a pleasure to have you here. Y'all coming in, that's good. Cassandra Cunningham, always fantastic to have you here. Wait a minute. Well, we was on our way, but you decided to catch another ride though. Okay, cuz, just be ready next time, cuz. Okay. We go to protest the shop. Oh, goodness, they start. Regina from Wisconsin, good to have you here. Kirsten from California, always a pleasure to have you here. Sherry from Houston, good to have you here, my friend. Good to have you here. Kenneth from Washington State, good to have you here, bro, Pastor. Jester, I don't want to mess up your name to say Jester. Greetings to you from Greensboro, North Carolina. Angela Madison from Long Island, New York. Good evening to you, ma'am. Good evening to you. BB, glad that you made it here tonight as well. Good evening to you. Okay. April Whitfield from Georgia. That's right. We ready to talk today, so we're gonna get to it though. Minister Minifield, great to have you here from Hollywood, Florida. Kathy Leach, always a pleasure. One of our great supporters. Good evening to you. Pam Pittman, good evening to you, ma'am. Rochelle Jones, hello, greetings to you. Andy J. Smith from Ghana, great to have you here, my brother. And you must be up early too, late at night. It's a big time difference. Sharon Renee from ATL, good to have you here. Zola Arlis, good, great, fantastic to have you here. Okay, let's get things started though. As you know, we're not going to get to the main event, but we're going to do a little, I guess it's going to be an appetizer. It'll be a big old appetizer at that though. So we're going to get started though. We're going to do the first one called the engagement ring. It's going to call the engagement ring, and it's not what you think it is, but think about an heirloom that was passed down from generations to generations. It might be a ring from grandmother to mother to granddaughter, great granddaughter ad nauseum. Or it could be I don't know, a watch from grandpa, father, you know the rest. And those things are very important to us. And sometimes it's not so much the financial value. Sometimes there's a sentimental value to it. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all got some keepsakes from someone who's passed away in your family. But listen to this situation though, and it's not a good situation. So, and it's a video. So y'all just open up your ears and just listen to this.
My father married his wife when I was 12, 4 years after my mom died from cancer. My father's wife had a 3-year-old daughter who a year into their marriage was diagnosed with a form of cancer that is tricky to treat. There was only one thing that was easily sold and would make enough money to get started on the journey, and that was my mom's engagement ring, left to me in her will and was mine. My father decided that could be sold to pay for the treatment. I said no. I told my father I would never forgive him. He went ahead and sold it anyway, and I stayed true to my word. My father tried to stay in my life, but I told him I hoped he knew he lost his daughter, me, and that I wish it had been him to die instead of my mom. Wow. My wife's daughter's cancer has returned, and now they want money that my dad saved for me before he married her. His wife told me that it's not about me, it's about saving her daughter's life, and me being hung up on losing a ring that went on to save the life of a child. I told her that ring meant more to me than they did, and that I would not give them any money. AITA. They frame this as, you want the ring and not the life of a child, and it's like, no. You want the ring instead of the medical debt, and it's my ring.
The engagement ring. And them some harsh words though. So what do you think about this? Was the young lady right? Was she being selfish? Or was the family being selfish though? And for me, that's a tough nut to crack right there. Because I don't know how I would react. But again, I'm looking at from the sentimental value. Monetary value is one thing, but the sentimental value, I probably would fight for that though. And then I feel, I don't know, that's a tough cookie though, because then you're saving someone's life. Even though the cancer came back again though, and they trying to get more money from her trust fund. How do you feel about that? I don't think, and you know what? And I read comments elsewhere. And people posed a good question, though. If things were that urgent, well, could they have sold a car? Could they have sold some other tangible asset to raise the money? And then this second time around, could they have sold some property, physical property, real estate, cashed in on some 401ks, retirement or what have you though? Why did this young lady had to pay for it though? Again, that's a little tough to right there. So let's see. So let me see what the family got to say about this. Sherry says the ring shouldn't have been sold. And you know what? Now you think about it. They made no mention about it. That ring gone. That ring is gone bye-bye. Somebody else wearing it. Maybe it's at the hawk shop. I don't know. Make you wonder, though, how much was that ring worth, though? Dog, if they was able to pay a medical bill with it. Jenna says the family was being selfish. I think so too. Because I think there could have been other ways that could have been, the money could have been raised up. So Sherry says, that's very tough. I feel it would be very hard to let the ring go. Absolutely. And again, from a monetary standpoint, okay, that's either give or take. But for a sentimental point of view, no. And you may not have much to remember them by. Yeah, you need that. And it's only fair. Legally, since it was in the will, it was fair. I believe the young lady can challenge it. But then again, her stepsister, it's a tough cookie all the way around, though. Let me see what the rest of the family says. Yeah, oh my, indeed. Yes, it's something. Erica, I think that they should have consulted the daughter because it was her ring. They may have been able to get money elsewhere. That's the general consensus so far. That's the general consensus so far. Jenna, she will never see her mom again. That was something left from her mom. And that's a tough cookie right there. That is a tough cookie right there. You don't take, mama is special. Mama is special. I'm glad that still have mine though. But those, mama is special. You want something to remember them by. Or even that person that was near and dear to you and your family. And again, I'll keep on saying this. Not necessarily the monetary value, but definitely the sentimental value. Chandra from Alabama. Family was being selfish. They sold something that had no value to them. And you know what? That's a good way to look at it. It had monetary value to it, but they didn't look at the sentimental value. And again, we don't know the whole story, but they must have thought little of the daughter's feelings to just grab her property and sell it. So, Sherry, I'm sure there were other things that could have been sold. They were selfish and wanted to hold on to other things they didn't want to let go. And you know what, Sherry? I believe that. I believe there were other things they could have sold. I just said it. Like the 401k, could have cashed that in. Some whatever intangibles they had, they could have sold out. Maybe some physical properties, maybe in automobile, not both of them, but an automobile. Something. So, Sherry says, let me get to Sherry. And it should have been her decision to offer it. There you go. Right there. And this is a good question, Tara Lynn. Glad to have you here. Why don't they have health insurance on the little girl? Well, health insurance isn't easy for everyone, and we don't know their financial situation. Maybe they could have, but, everybody's not, can just get insurance like that. And then again, also, maybe the little girl was insured and this still was copay. Because, you're talking about a hospital stay, for, I even hate to say the word cancer. The treatments, we don't know what kind of treatment she's receiving. That stuff can add up, though. She might as well be insured, but guess what? We don't know what the copay is or what other charges they're dealing with, though. So these are things you got to look into. Sentimental value, okay. Doris, good to have you. Either way you look at it, the ring belonged to him. Father and next wife had, I think she meant to say her. Father and next wife had no right to it. They were wrong. It was all she had left of her mom. father and mother should have made sacrifices for the sick child. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tiffany, I feel like there's more to the story. And and like I just said, there's always more to a story. This person's side, the parent's side, and somewhere sliding down the middle is the truth. So that's not fair to her. They could have gotten assistance somewhere else. Maybe. Stacy, I think they could have attempted to do other things. At least it should have been discussed with the daughter as a possible last resort. We don't know what the daughter may have done or come up with to help, but it should have been discussed. And that's where communication come in at. Zola, that's sad. They didn't respect her or her feelings at all. I don't blame her for being angry. Her mom passed. Of course, she'd want to keep it. They should have found another way. Okay. Mm-hmm. The consensus. Reginald says they had other options, such as to make a wish. Shriners Hospital. They seem to not have they have not considered all their options. I just do it like that. What was that in the cancer hospital in Tennessee, started by Danny Thomas? Y'all help me out with that. Okay. Because, but then again, we're not in their shoes. She can challenge it if it was in the will. She can also sue because it was verbally stated and family knew it. And then that's where it's tricky at. If it was verbal, that's going to be that's going to be shown, pardon the vernacular, that's going to be shown enough tough to fight. But if it was written down and documented, especially these days, you have to have things documented, then she might have a chance, though. Yeah, thank you, Charlene. St. Jude. That's the one in Tennessee I was trying to describe. But then again, we don't know, did they try to get there, or we don't know how that ended up being. We don't know. That would have been good, though. Angela says, my mother is gone. I want her comb, her ring, a note she wrote, anything. I can imagine her feelings. Yes, ma'am. The key word you mentioned was sentimental. Trinkets that have that type of value should never be parted from the inherited. Amen, brother. Amen. I think it's okay to ask, but be okay with the decision. I know this feeling, Angela. Why not a GoFundMe option? I was trying not to say that, but that's a good point. I was definitely trying to avoid that, but that is a good point right there. Angela, if it was in the will, they were legally obligated to give it to her. Oh, it was the daughter. Sorry, I thought it was the guy speaking. No. He was reading a note or a letter or a post from the young lady, though. But that's all right. The first time I heard it, I thought it was his or a male anyway. So it's not just you. Hey, Carmelita, health insurance doesn't cover everything either. Just like I said, it doesn't cover everything. Hey, Miss Live by Faith. My mom is no longer with me, and only God knows if I had a ring to hold on of her. No one would get that off my finger. And in regards to contributing to financial support towards the cancer treatment, I would offer other means of funds. I don't get it. Money and sentimental values of family members be the most folks bicker over. Lord, we need thee. Mm. Minister Minifield. What if there hadn't been a ring? Refinance your house, tap into your 401k, take out a loan. That wasn't very nice and inconsiderate, and it was inconsiderate. They felt a sense of entitlement. April Winfield, in my opinion, she did not have the ring with her, and she should have retrieved it before the dad's new relationship went down. Okay, Margaret says that was very disrespectful to not get permission from the person that inherited the ring, if that is what happened. And you got to look at that too. Sharon says, it seems more about power control from stepmom. There is a lot of help out there for children with cancer. St. Jude. Yeah, that was, I was trying to figure it out. St. Jude. Thank you for helping this old man out. St. Jude. Share. Lord knows it surely doesn't. Okay, St. Jude. T. That's deep. I think I would fight for my mother's ring. He or she could have sold their home, took out a loan. I'm not selfish, but it was her mother's will that she have her ring. There should have been other avenues taken to raise the money. Jenna, yeah, that would have definitely pissed me off. I'm glad that my mom left me her jewelry and my dad wouldn't do me like that. Doris, they were being petty and selfish. Why should she sacrifice for their child? She's their responsibility, not hers. St. Jude could have helped her, or the Methodist Hospital in Memphis. Shriners Hospital would have helped them out at no cost. I think it might have been plenty of places, but then we don't know. Cuz says fish dinners and local communities get involved in charities. Hey, it's worth a shot. Yeah, but then that's a good thing. That means y'all talking. That's good. Come on, leader. Tiffany says, so about this main, no, come on now. No, that inappropriate. No. Well, so that's a tough cookie to crumble right there, though. So I don't know. I hope things worked out fine. And, of course, we hope that the young lady, the sick child, get healed physically, but we also hope and pray that the family gets healed. So, and there we have it. Okay. We're going to move on. So, but before we do this, you know the drill. Please like this video. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe, like our page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please make sure you share the YouTube channel video, share the Facebook video. So share. We appreciate your business. Okay, here we are with the main course. Okay, as you know what we're going to talk about, here we go. Sticky situations. Can porn ruin your relationships? Okay, this is going to be an open discussion. It might be some language, some whatever you're going to use, but hey, we grown, and this is what it's all about. So I got a video, and I'm going to break it down so y'all listen. Here we go.
Husband, your wife's not a vending machine, so you can't press F7 and get a blowjob.
No.
Oh, you can't press A2 and get a blowjob like you just watched on Pornhub.
That's not real. Porn, even from porn advocates.
The porn advocates would tell you.
The porn advocates would say,
this is not
it
real.
Is terrible sex ed. Not the standard. It is unrealistic people doing unrealistic things in unrealistic situations.
Absolutely. Absolutely correct.
So the pro-porn people would even tell you that.
Wow.
But we don't know how to separate that out, because what happens is you're building arousal templates around what porn is showing you. So then it doesn't work with your spouse, and it's like, what's wrong? It doesn't feel like that. Well, of course not. First of all, it's unrealistic. And second of all, you're watching it on a screen, which is giving you a dopamine hit, which no human to human experience can compete with.
Now, the reason why I can amen all of this is because I like to put it in the first person because it keeps the reality really, really tangible. I am a porn addict, right? This is something that the church can't deal with as well, right? Because everything has to be past tense for you, right? I looked at my hands and they looked new, and I looked at my feet and they did too. Look what the Lord has done.
You can't have a testimony unless you talk about what happened.
That's correct. Absolutely.
And what you're actively battling.
Interesting though. And where do we start though? Can porn ruin your relationship? Now, I'm gonna ask the audience something though. Show of hands, and of course, don't be embarrassed or what have you though. How many of y'all have watched a flick before? Raise your hand. I'll raise both hands. Raise your hand. If you're not embarrassed or ashamed, raise your hand. Just let us know. Okay? Now, it's nothing to be, and it can be deceptive. Some people who don't know about real love or even just real intercourse for that matter, it does really break it down. Some think that, but those people think that porn is the standard, that's how you should do it. Because, guess what? I used to think that way. That was a fantasy world. Well, they were doing what they were doing though, but they would define the laws of gravity and other time and space and matter and stuff though. But you try that stuff in reality though, and some things you just can't, you want to introduce some things to the relationship. How you think your partner gonna feel? They gonna look at you sideways, or you gonna look at them sideways. Okay, y'all speaking. I love this. Y'all jumping in here. Oh yeah, the hand raise. Let me see. The hand raise. It can definitely ruin things. Hey, Tarla. Yes, yeah, me. Yeah, Carolyn. Yeah, that's us. Yes. Barton, glad to have you. And absolutely. Yeah, Tan. Sherry, it can when it takes the place of and is preferred above intercourse with your husband and wife. Absolutely. No, what? Let me stay right there. It can ruin your expectations. It can make you become numb to your partner's true feelings, to your partner's true desires. They may want just a simple night of snuggling and just say it, good old fashioned intercourse. And we talking about married folks, y'all. So don't write me any nasty letters. But you have watched something on Pornhub that you was like, I'm gonna try to get her to do this, or I'm gonna try to talk him into doing this. And then when it don't work, you ticked off. He or she frustrated because they couldn't fulfill that fantasy that you have. Then guess what? Everything is pretty much ruined right there. I like that right there. Okay, y'all coming in, yeah. Absolutely. Expecting your mate to do something abnormal is unfair and immature. Explore sensuality with your mate and discover what it does for them. Create the reality you both want. Absolutely. Yes. It can ruin a relationship. because you try to bring fantasy into a reality. It's a false hope. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew what you was trying to say. Yeah. Doris, no, even though I didn't, and I still don't know what real love is. Oh, bless your heart. Porn has always seemed like abuse to me, brutal and inhuman. There have been stories that I have listened to, that I have read over the years, that is almost akin to human trafficking. You know, some people are forced into it, mostly women, of course, are forced into it. I've heard crazy stories that their weapons were pointed at them for them to perform, or being kidnapped, or what have you. So it definitely seems like abuse, and it probably is. Do I think it happened all the time? I don't think so, but it happens enough though. So, and it's pretty brutal when you see some of this stuff that goes on though. As the saying goes, anything in excess is bad. Okay. Well, no, what? I'm gonna ask you this, Marcus, though. You're talking about in excess. What about a little porn? Is that okay? Is a little porn, is that okay? Let's see. Okay. A well-known gospel artist said, when my husband looked in my face and I knew my face wasn't the face he saw, I felt dirty. And you know what? That's where the fantasy mess up things. You want your partner to be that person you just looked at either early up in the day or sometime this week. I want her to look like such and such. I want him to be made up like such and such. And then you get to your partner, you let down. Not only you ticked off, he or she is hurt. And there's no peace in the valley. That's a good one right there. Charlene, it's fun when you and your partner been drinking and you decide to try to copy what you've watched. You can have so much fun. Okay, cool. It brings unrealistic expectations of what your partner can do. Absolutely. And as you said, when you don't get that expected outcome, you are disappointed. She sure did. I don't know who you're speaking of. I know. Okay. I think I may too. I might be. Live by faith. My hand is up and away. However, a fantasy is an illusion. You can put on a suit of your choice, hop around like a bunny, and you and your wife or husband can role play, be open, and make your own video to go back and share together. Now that's a movie. And then when y'all pass away or someone cleaning up your house, somebody find that video, then it end up being on such and such marriedcouple.com or something. I'm just made that name up, y'all. So you gotta be careful with that though. I understand what you're saying though. I understand what you're saying. Reginald, the problem is many try to mimic their lives from what they see on the big or small screens, such as soaps, movies, and certainly that is not real life. It is a fantasy. Real life and fake life don't mix, especially, expecting your male to do what you see on the small or big screen can cause major problems. It is all fake. There are websites that cater to the more sensual side of porn. It was actually created by women because they were tired of that whole revenge and violent type porn was becoming the norm. Now, I never heard of that, though. I'm not downing or what have you, though, but is that right, though? And I'm not being overly moral. I'm just asking a question to you and to the studio audience, though. is that a acceptable alternative to the hardcore stuff? You know, what's that stuff they give to cocaine addicts or heroin addicts to calm them down? You know, is this a placebo for them to calm them down or something like that? I mean, I'm just asking though, you know, is that acceptable? Is that acceptable? Y'all coming in. It's not really, it's a fantasy and will never be satisfied. Will cause the marriage to have issues. Uh-huh. Okay, yeah. Chuckle, chuckle, chuckle. Okay, Marcus. Let's face it, to answer your question, no matter how small or significant amount is, porn ruining relationship is far more common than some think. I think a lot of us realize it. I think a lot of us realize it though, but I don't know. Maybe that's a hidden hurt. Who knows? Uh, Karen, good to have you. I have always believed that you should share your fantasies with your partner. Then you make a fantasies together. Okay. It says she's heard of it. I would share the night. No, I don't answer it here. Email me or something like that. Yeah. Methadone. Yeah, that's what. Thank you. Y'all helped me out today. Thank y'all so much. Sis Hill, glad to have you. You and your mate. And think of a romantic story. Light some candles and get some seductive oil. Warm it up already. Ooh la la. I think it's more acceptable and it helps couples to learn the sensual sides of themselves. Not everyone is vanilla. They need to learn the more colorful sides of themselves. So, would you consider that online sex therapy? Because, you know, we have sex therapists out there. Would you consider that an online sex therapy section? Watching other couples get it on in a more sensual, romantic way. Is that, and again, I ask that question, is that acceptable? Would that help a couple? Would that spice up the marriage? And again, would that be sex therapy right there? Oh, yeah, man. Jenna, I was watching a podcast and this guy was saying that porn can affect your brain worse than drugs. He said a study was done on 2 brains. The one from the porn addict was in worse shape. The one I'm forgetting stuff. Okay, but thank you for that information. Cuz truly I grew up in a home where you were not told anything about sex. So if it wasn't for the porn movies, I agree, I would not have known that there were more than just lay on your back position when you got married. And just a little, and I agree with you, and just a little transparency. Especially when I was in my adolescence, you know, everybody going to bed and you watch Cinemax after dark. Those y'all remember. And, you know, that's when the naughty movies came out. Not going to call their names. And that's how you learned some of the things. It wasn't as hardcore stuff. Well, I just say it was simulated sex, if that can even be called that. But you learned from those things because no one told you anything, though. So, cuz you made a great point right there. No, it's not acceptable because it's still an exchange of fantasy and imagining between the two of you, not something to share with everyone. Erica, I think if you and your partner enjoy it, it may teach you a trick or two in the process. Why not? I'm going to come back to you. Let me read Pastor Valder's. Another issue comes up when one partner calls the other a name, calls the other name of of someone they have an attraction to, who are thinking about why they doing the act. I'm just saying, that could be something right there. But let's go back to Erica, though. Let's go back to Erica. I think if you and your partner enjoy it, it may teach you a trick or two in the process. Why not? I'm glad you brought that up, Erica, because you know we got another video. You know me. I'll come prepared for this stuff. So y'all sit back and take a listen.
How much do you see casual porn watchers, you know what I'm saying, impact people's relationships?
So,
and notice I said the word casual.
That's what I'm hung up on. I'm like casual.
Yeah, I didn't say anything excessive.
Listen, it's so common.
Right.
It's so common. It's such a major issue, and there's a couple different things that happens. Sometimes you have women who are okay with it because it doesn't impact their sexual intimacy or performance. Mm-hmm. And you have other people where it does impact. So, for example, men who are engaging in porn on a regular basis are not able to climax when they're with their partners. Like, that's a major common issue that women have issues with, or they are.
This don't sound like casual porn watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but what is casual? So that would be my question, right? Mm-hmm. Because
let's say casual is like twice a week.
That's not casual. Twice a week?
Watching porn twice a week is not casual?
No, casual.
I done told on a lot of us, fella.
That's not casual. I
told on a lot of us.
That's a part of your practice. Casual is every now and again, me and my partner watch porn together.
Okay.
But if you're doing it in isolation, and that's a routine. If you're doing something more than once a week, consistently, twice a week, that's a routine.
Hey, fellas.
That's not casual. And I know that, John, right?
Yeah.
But it is common. I'm not going to say it's problematic or an issue.
Right.
It really does depend on how it shows up in the relationship dynamics. In some relationships, it is a huge issue. In other relationships, it works. But yeah, that's...
Whew! What say you? What say you? There are those who, who I guess. Let me see what y'all got to say because I see some comments. Let me see. Bug eyes right there. Oh, kitty. I roll. Sharon. Charlene, I see what you got. Yeah, the face palm. Wow, so that's a very leisurely approach to it. That is a extremely. Wait, let me read what Sherry got to say. Women that watch too much can have the same problems. I don't agree with her definition of casual. I don't either. To be honest with you. Natasha, glad to have you. My ex was addicted since 11 years old. He was very good at hiding it during our dating period. He had it so bad, I spent a lot of nights in bed alone. Wow. And you know what? That's bad business if it keeps you from your mate. Most of us would love to have a wife or what have you, though. But your porn addiction is so bad to the point that you're not even in bed with her. Man, I'm so sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. Sharon, his laugh about it often, they crack me up. Okay. This issue came up in the gospel world. Kirk Franklin admits to being addicted to porn. Now, Tammy dealt with it in their marriage, survived his addiction. Erica Young. I think that it can be helpful if not abused. If you and your spouse are okay with it, I think it can become something that keeps the spice in the relationship. Okay? Okay, Erica, let me ask you some questions, though. Let me just ask you some questions. Would it be, I guess I'm gonna just say like just regular porn, Or would it be some type of specialty porn? Or I hate to get graphic here, but I'm just going to say it. You have more than one man having sex with one woman. Would that be helpful in the marriage? I would just like to know how that would be helpful to the marriage. I can understand maybe you're talking about the romantic stuff, but what about the other stuff though? Marriage, sex, and income. Okay. Kitty, twice a week is casual. I don't know if he watches it without me. I'll make some for him and he can watch that too. The House of Kitty. Okay, y'all off the rock today. Hardcore porn. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I know this ain't. Is this my? Yes. Oh, hey, sugar. How you doing? Glad to have you here. I think it depends on the dynamic within your relationship. No relationship is cookie cutter. There is no one true answer. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here, Sis Walter. Glad to have you here. Nope. Pastor Walters. The danger with this is that it can be considered like bringing in a third party, even though it's not physical. It's not a physical person, but the porn can be just the same. My thought is that if you can't find what you need in your spouse, then maybe you're not equal in that area. Counseling is in need. Erica, glad to have you here. You and I need to talk. I think it causes issues in spirituality and can cause other fetishes and sexual desires or an unquenchable desire. I'm not even going to put that up there, Kitty. So, wow. At the end of the day, so what's the answer? Does it ruin? Would it? Let me read these two last comments because I think it would be whatever they like. Fair enough. Charlene, it was helpful to my ex-husband, and I kept it spicy and hot. Yeah, okay, I get you. Okay, let me get this. Oh no, I'm not even gonna put this up here. Okay, and it has its advantages. Elder, if you truly love someone, porn is not an option. Looking at other folks' sex life is not appealing. That's a demonic, perverted stronghold. I hear you. I think that if your ex-husband, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was trying not to say that though. I was thinking the same way. I didn't mean to even click on that, but I was thinking the same thing, exact same thing. I think that if your partner isn't into it, respect it. Okay. I'm bottom line this part right here because we're running out of time. I guess it can ruin your relationship. I don't know. Some people can ruin it. Some people, maybe both of them are freaky deaky about it though. But again, it can get to the point though that when your partner is not able to match up to what you're fantasizing about, then be prepared for rough roads ahead. So that's my bottom line on that right there. Oh yeah, thank you, Sherry. Okay, we got a few more. We got one, maybe a few more. Of course, don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. Don't forget to do that. Okay. Up next, we get lighthearted at this part right here though. So I'm trying to see which one I want to put up here. I think we can squeeze that in. Let me see. About a few more minutes. Okay, bad communication. Okay, we're gonna talk about communication. Okay, ladies, are you guilty of this? Brothers, have you witnessed this? Y'all take a look and a listen.
No. That's not what I'm gonna let you finish. But that's not what I said. You're misquoting me. If you're gonna quote me, you need to do so correctly. What I said was, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. I get it. I mean, okay, I understand. I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay, but you do the exact same thing. No, it's not about tit for tat. It's the fact that you have the audacity to come to me about something that I'm doing when you know you do the exact same thing. No, I'm not going to. You apologize. You apologize first and see. Exactly. That's what I thought. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. You finish? Okay. I got things to do. I was kind of like in the middle of something. Okay. I'm going to get back to work. Okay.
How many of y'all did that? How many of y'all been in that right there? How many of y'all dealt with that crazy? Here she go. I'm not gonna let you finish. Yep, I can see it right there. Why? I think I've experienced some of that stuff. I think I've experienced some of that. Maybe. How many of you fellas out there do that? But I don't talk to men like that, and that's good to hear right there. That is good to hear. But I think we've heard you know what? I'll be honest with you. I think I heard both women and men talk to each other like that. That's something right there. Okay, well, we move on to this next one. This will probably be the last one right here. Well, it ain't no probably. Y'all just take a listen, okay? Y'all, let me take you down, Sherry. I mean, yeah, well, hold on. Okay, now. Now, there we go. Let me go. Y'all take a listen to this.
Yeah, kind of like Ricky from Boys in the Hood. Oh, I've never seen it. Ricky! Yeah, I know the meme, but I've never seen the movie. You ever seen Friday? I haven't seen it. Best Man? No. Minister Society? No, I haven't seen that either. Hey, bro, these is just movies. You know that, right? I'm gonna hold on to this. Give it back. Forever.
How many of y'all had your black card taken away from you? That's bad business right there, y'all. That is that. But you know what? Guess what? Oh gosh, I don't think I have. Oh boy, here we go. I don't think I've ever watched Minister Society, to be honest with you. So y'all, please don't mess me up, y'all. Please don't mess me up with this. Taking. Okay, I didn't want to click that one though, but okay. Take his card now. Yeah, the porn ice maybe swing. Oops, we moved on from that. Okay. Oh, y'all coming in good though. Tina said only because I don't play spades or like the Wiz. Well, not too many folks like the Wiz, if you be honest with you though. I have friends that won't watch the stereotype movies. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay, y'all. Let me see what else we got. Black card revolt greetings. Take the black card. Okay. Yep. I think mine will be taken away from me though, to be honest with you. Because guess what? I got some confessions. I don't think I've seen them movies. And I don't think I know I don't know how to play spades. I would like to. I like card games, but I have never played. I think I tried to play, and it's been over 30 years ago. Tried to play with my cousin. I wasn't doing right. She kicked me out. So Oh well, but I would love to learn how to play spades though. I mean, and other stuff though. Wait, hold on. Erica says, I'm sure I would get mine revoked about the movies. Uh-huh. I got your back. Okay, you're gonna teach me. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh, we have to teach you. Thank you, Erica. Y'all so kind. I love all y'all though. Let us all be great living in a strict house. Uh-oh, Erica. Let us all be great. We are all different. I grew up in a strict house. So all the old movies and music, I don't know. Understand. I don't know how to play. Can you play Bones? No, I don't know how to play Bones. Okay. I don't know how to play mini card game. Oh, here y'all go. Give me your black card. Anyway, I like the cues, not just how black. Okay. My card is still in my pocket. I know how to play spades and dominoes. No spades. Yeah, I've seen boys in the hood. Definitely, I've seen boys in the hood. Of course. I can't spades things. So, I guess I need to practice though. Okay. Well, folks, that's it, y'all. We're gonna hurry up and get up out of here though. That's it. Guess what? We out of time. We out of time. We out of time. So we're gonna get with these old irritating announcements. Coming up next, in about half past the hour, we're gonna have the after party. We're gonna post the Zoom link in the groups, and you just click on it, and you're there, and we'll talk about this and other stuff. And since y'all was talking about the porn thing, we may continue that conversation. So make sure you join in, and if it's the Lord's will, we're gonna have another edition of SBC Tuesday Talk. What we'll talk about, I have no idea. Just tune in and see what happens, okay? And that's about it, folks. Thank y'all so much for spending this hour with me. And thank you for allowing me to spend an hour with y'all. We enjoyed it. Hopefully, we got some dialogue. We learned from this dialogue and learned something from each other, and we could take it with us beyond this show and maybe help others, though. But thank y'all so much, and hopefully I was a blessing to y'all as much as y'all was a blessing to me. So with that said, y'all take care and so long.